Good morning, people of the world. Oh, afternoon, whatever time of the day is. Today, I will be showing you how to make Caril de Amendoim. This is a Mozambican style dish. It is not completely classical though, because I did add a few of my twists, as I do, because, I have liberty. So let's begin with this recipe. A big sword.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above. Okay, that's it, guys. That is my tofu scramble.
Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above. Always all about the seasoning. I will be starting off with my aromatics, which are onions, garlic and ginger. Now please note that originally in the recipe this is where it ends when it comes to vegetables, and then with the exception that I'll be adding the fruit tomato. Believe it or not, tomatoes are fruits, and then that's all. And then you add your peanuts and your coconut milk and your oil, your salt, and there's it. It's the end of the day. Class is finished.
Oh, well, you can go ahead and get my money back because I can't do nothing with that.
But with this recipe, I will be adding a few more twists to make it more nutritionally dense, first of all. Second of all, to make it more meaty and to pack it with way much more flavor. Now, this is not to imply that the original recipe doesn't have enough flavor. It is still very delicious and still very tasty and healthy for you. However, I always try and find good ways to add more vegetables to my meals, especially when I'm cooking in a very yummy, creamy peanut sauce like this one. So I'll be adding in spices, and those include half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of mixed coriander, 1 bay leaf broken up, a teaspoon of chickenless chicken seasoning, and whole black peppercorn seeds, as well as 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I added that to my chilies, onions, garlic and ginger that were frying in some oil, and I just added in some water as well to deglaze the pan. It did get a bit dry, and after the aromatics get a little bit dry, then we're gonna add in our potatoes. Just like I said, these potatoes are not part of the original recipe. It does end at aromatics, tomatoes, salt, and then your peanuts, obviously the star of the dish, and your choice of protein. But I decided to go the extra mile just to add in more nutrients, and because why not? Next, I'll be adding in my tomatoes. Now these are 4 tomatoes that have been diced up, and then after adding in the tomatoes, I also decided to add in a teaspoon of tomato paste just to really bring out the tomato flavor that's in here. You don't have to add tomato paste if you don't want it to taste too much like tomatoes, but I did do that because, like I said, I'm packing in more flavor, and we're not shy to add in more flavor now, are we? Next, I added in my choice of protein. Now at this stage, if you are using chicken, you can add in some chicken. If you're using tofu, you can add in tofu. If you're using beans like I am, you can add in your choice of beans. And my beans are parboiled, so they're not fully cooked. They're going to continue cooking for the rest of the cooking process. And I added in the rest of my vegetables, which were carrots and mushrooms. Like I said, if you're not going to follow my special recipe and throw in as many veggies as you like and want to ensure you get in all the nutrients you want to, or whatever your choices are, your motivations are, then you don't have to do this part, obviously. Then all you have to do is then add in your tomatoes, then add in your coconut milk, and then lastly I added in my ground peanuts. So you do want your ground peanuts to cook for a while in the pot, so you want to add them pretty early on in the cooking process when there's about 20 minutes to 30 minutes left of cooking time to ensure that your peanuts cook thoroughly, because you don't want that raw nutty flavor. So here I'm adding it in 1/8 cup increments, and I'm adding 4 of those. So that's about half a cup of ground peanuts that I'll be adding in here, and you let that cook and work its magic. Taste for salt and you're done. Just a little note, I haven't tried this recipe with peanut butter because we always have peanut powder on hand. If you don't have ground peanuts, however, maybe you can try this with peanut butter, because peanut butter in its pure form is just blended peanuts, so perhaps it would work. Just my advice is try the brand that doesn't have any additives like sugar, emulsifiers and salt. And if it does, then expect your peanut stew to be a bit on the sweeter side. Anywho, then you're done. This is your peanut stew, also known as Caril de Amendoim. It's very easy and very delicious. I just garnished mine with coconut milk to make it look a little bit prettier. And I'm thinking I should have added on some crushed peanuts as well. Some roasted peanuts would have looked really nice on here. And maybe some coriander leaves. My gosh, I always think of these things after I'm already done filming. But yeah, enjoy. It's delicious nonetheless.